Hey everyone, this is Alp from FP Automation. Welcome to part 5 of our multi-part series on sales and operations planning within the Microsoft Fabric and Acterys ecosystem. In our previous video, we talked about the production planning process and how constrained demand can be adjusted based on production line capacities and the options that the supply team has when it comes to either wholesaling, transferring, or producing in-house, or potentially having to bring in additional users for overtime when it comes to having to meet that production demand. In this video, we're going to be talking about material requirements planning, or MRP planning, which is a byproduct of the production plan itself based on the materials required to meet that demand. In this video, what you can see right here is that we are showcasing to you how we are bringing data in from the company's ERP systems when it comes to bill of materials. And here, we've pulled various different data points from systems such as D365 F&O, NetSuite, Sage, as well as Sizemex to show exactly what components are influencing which SKUs, what vendors are responsible for which component, the necessary lead times for these particular vendors, and then the rough cost per component that we should be factoring in to our cost of goods sold. From here, what we're able to do is as our production plans are being adjusted, we are actually able to see the material orders per week required to meet that demand. So for all the components required for each of the various different SKUs that we are selling, we're able to see exactly what components are needed to be ordered by week. From here, what team members have the ability to do is they can see exactly what vendor, what production week, and the forecasted lead time week required to be able to get that particular component, and who the vendor is, the cost per component, the number of orders, and the material costs that need to be taken into account for this particular analysis. From here, teams can easily export this data and then get this into the necessary systems with their vendors in order to be able to meet that necessary production demand right here. From here, I'm easily able to move this data into Excel or quickly see a snapshot of all the components necessary and needed from our vendors for this particular component needed to build the particular SKUs for the production planning process. This is all possible by the full integration planning that is happening within the Microsoft Fabric and Acterys ecosystem. The benefit here is that companies have a unified source of truth in order to be able to make this happen. So as the production plan is being adjusted, the MRP plan is also being adjusted as a result of the production plan, giving a true apples for apples between both components here in order to allow companies to be able to make the necessary purchase orders in order to meet that production plan. What this means is that companies have more accurate cost projections, they know exactly what components they need, and they know exactly how this will affect the bottom line, and they can play around with different scenarios to understand what sort of impact these will have on the bottom line based on production planning capacities and demand that needs to be met. So I hope you enjoyed this particular video here. If you're interested to learn more about the integration between production planning and MRP and how we are setting this up with organizations, please feel free to click on the link below or check out our website at fpautomation.co. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video on the price and cost comparison. This is Alp signing out.